Game-winning hits, rain delays, and senior send-offs could just be a few things to describe this past weekend here at UCF. Well, it was super duper mega weekend. A total of 15 events took place here on campus in Orlando, and that's actually less than what was originally scheduled because of the weather. But regardless, it was still a very busy weekend for staff members here at the UCF Athletics Department. They put in hours of work just so all these games could be played and everything could run smoothly. We'll start bright and early on Friday morning at the UCF softball complex. A total of 5 games were played that day. Members of both the grounds crew and ticket operations were at the ballpark at 7:30 to make sure that everything was ready for the game.
This is kind of what we refer to in ticket ops as a perfect storm weekend. Really is an all hands on board deal for my staff. We'll kind of divide up and divide and conquer, so to speak.
Credit to our staff. They do a great job. They're experts in what they do, and we organize everything and communicate ahead of time, and then we let our staff do what they do best and make sure everything runs smoothly.
Heading over to Jay Bergman Field, it was a memorable Game 1 against Ole Miss for the Knights with a game-winning hit by senior JoJo Woods. And it was a fantastic victory for the Knights, but it was a busy game and day for many different staff members. UCF Athletics Director Todd Stansberry says that he is extremely proud of all the hard work and determination put in by the staff.
I'm so incredibly proud of our staff that has rolled up their sleeves to make sure that each and every one of these events is a world-class event. All you hear about from our staff is we'll do whatever it takes to make sure that we have a great experience for everybody involved.
Moving on to Saturday, it was another 7:30 morning over at the UCF softball complex. Despite the weather, only 2 games were played at the Wilson D. Marini tournament before the rain came in and washed things away. Across campus at the tennis complex, the women's match versus FAU scheduled for 10 a.m. that day was actually canceled because of the rain. Now we'll move over to the CFE Arena for a basketball doubleheader that day, senior day for both the men's and the women's basketball teams. Tip-off for the men's game was set for noon, and staff members and students of both video services and production services weren't just at the basketball game that weekend, but they were all over covering all of the games and shooting video for every single event on campus.
This weekend's pretty crazy for us. We rely heavily on all the student interns and volunteers that work with us. It's a great experience for them to get real-world professional experience in a sports environment.
We have a great student staff, and we're deploying them at every event, and I know that I can move freely from event to event just to double check on stuff, and I know that they're going to be able to handle anything that comes up.
The GKC staff was also around hours before tip-off to get the black and gold area ready for the donors at the CFE Arena. They were also at the ballpark the previous night. They were getting everything ready for the season's first Friday nights in the dugout.
From the GKC's point of view, we always look out for what's our best interest of our donors, so we always love being around all of our athletic events, so baseball and basketball this weekend, of course football and all of our sports. We love being around our donors and making sure their experience is always the best.
While the games were going on inside, the rain continued to come down outside. While many staff members were ready in case the rain passed, they eventually canceled all of the games for the evening. But regardless, staff members still had a lot of work to do to make sure the fields and everything else were ready for future games at the ballparks.
One of the battles in a situation like this is just pushing it back, because you always want to try to get that game in. You know, you just do the best you can and hope Mother Nature works with us tomorrow.
Saturday was a full day for many people, but the grounds crew left at 9 p.m. and got back to the field at 6 a.m. on Sunday to get everything ready for the final series at the baseball park and the softball complex.
With weather conditions like this, a big issue is player safety, so we just want to make sure all the guys, you know, out there on a safe playing surface. We don't want anybody to get hurt, anything like that. So we definitely take pride in our work, you know, especially weekends where weather is a factor.
It could definitely take, a couple hours for sure solid just to go over everything. We're going to go and open everything up and start letting it air out.
And on Sunday, the sun came out and UCF was able to finish up all of its games at the softball complex and at the baseball complex and complete super duper mega weekend. And a big thanks goes out to ticket operations, GKC, video services, the communications staff, marketing, and of course the grounds crew and facilities for all the hard work that they've done this weekend to help make super duper mega weekend possible. For UCFKnights.com, I'm Chip Fontanazzo. Fans, don't forget you can follow the Knights on social media.